jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Saying that you're the best, you gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know. The first in the building. Carlos Rosado on deck. Salute to you, bro. WCS salute, hottest chat in the MFing game. No doubt about it. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Big Blunts and Boxing is in the building. What's good with it? Salute. Appreciate you pulling up. One love to everybody that's in the chat. Hit the like button on your way in. I appreciate you. This is about, an active alert. You know what I'm saying? Of someone of minimal importance. Not this guy. He's a good dude. I've had breakfast, so to speak. Next to him when he was with some heavy hitters over there. And they was cool people, man, chopping it up, man. Very cool. Coach Bully's a cool cat, man. But for him, he gets it. He said, boxing come with a lot. You know what I'm saying? He did an interview with Fight Hype. He said, there's a lot come with boxing. You know what I'm saying? The good and the bad. And this is one of those moments where you take a fighter that you done built up from 1-0, and they get to a certain position, and people want to start giving them the audibles. After you done sit up here and showed them the play, all the way up till they got championship status. And then they want somebody else. They want to listen to somebody else. And that's what's going on with Rolly Romero. Bullet feels that Rolly is being disloyal. You got to a certain point. Now you're acting like you don't need the coach to get you any further. And the toughest position, I believe, one of the toughest positions in boxing is these trainers, man. Like these trainers, man, they get no love sometimes. Sometimes they get the ultimate respect, but other times they just don't get nothing. Like you say to yourself, why do they even do it? Coach Bullet said he training his fighters for free because it's all about the fighters. He said whatever fighters he got, it's do or die. He willing to protect him to the ends. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to have their back regardless of the situation. And that's the way he felt about Rolly. He said he brought that man over his house. You know what I'm saying? Treat him like family. Broke bread with him several times. He know a lot about the guy. But as you looking in the title, he said, I have no words for him because I know the interviewer from Fight Hype. I know that cat. He cool dude, man. Been to several fights with him. I can tell by his voice that's who it is. And he's just asking questions, just basic simple questions on, how does Bullet feel about the situation? And moving forward, knowing that Rolly did what he did, how is it going to be when y'all finally cross paths again and y'all interact with one another? You have to remember, like, if these trainers, boxers come into each other's space and they used to work together and a situation like this happen, it's not going to be anything physical because you got legal teams. You know what I'm saying? Bullet has been on record is saying he don't worry about much, and he has people everywhere that'll look out for him. But for Rolly, let's get to him. Rolly is one of the most gifted fighters ever. I don't think he get any more gifted than Rolly. People I think they don't understand what I mean by gifted. I'm talking about being handed something. Being handed something. Rolly is the most gifted fighter to this date, I believe. To this date. The reason why I say that, I have never witnessed a fighter fight for an interim championship, just a title, and they get a controversial decision. Finally, and not even compared to be one of the best in the division at all, but gets a title shot finally after being denied a tank fight and assault charges came up on him, right? His coach was there then, and his coach was going to bat for him through all that. Even when he got knocked down by the John in training, his coach was there having his back. But, got him up to finally step in there once he was denied a tank fight. And he turned around and was given the tank fight, got the press, got the money, and pretty much was stopped in the 6th round, right? But it's just the fact that he got the tank fight. He got the money. He said he wanted to buy his mom a house, right? He was on live talking about when they denied him the tank fight the first time. He was like how he wanted to buy his mom a house, which is commendable. You know what I'm saying? It was commendable. Then he gets stopped and go up a weight class. He goes up a weight class like he was undisputed at 135. He gets inserted into a slot in the WBA sanctioning body. And this is where I can tell you the bullshit comes into play with these sanctioning bodies. The sanctioned bodies are the entities that you don't know who's controlling them. They're like out of sight, out of mind, but when they hit, they hit. And the sanctioned body, they would sit up here and tell you some bullshit like, we're not gonna have a title shot for Keith Thurman because he's been inactive. He's been out the ring for a long time, but yet we'll have it for Manny Pacquiao, who's been out the ring damn near the same amount of time to come back and fight Yordenis Ugas. Even though they're two different sanctioning bodies, they're not on the same sheet of music. Then you turn around and have Rolly slide into the WBA. And this is the sanctioned body who's saying they want to clear up. They want to clean up and sanitize all these belts. They want a reduction plan in place. But they let Rolly come up there from another division when there's a ranking system. They allow him to come up there and get an immediate title shot. Not only that, but allows the referee to rob Barroso. And they don't even feel no type of way about it. They allowed Rolly to get the belt when it was a clear robbery. See, if it's not anything blatant, they're not going to say anything about it. Sanction body's not going to step in. If Rolly don't pop dirty, or it's not, it wasn't anything blatantly that goes against that's criminal, a shit like that, then the sanction body's just going to sit back. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get paid a sanctioning fee, period. So he was able to go over there and get a title on the most controversial freaking results that you can think about. Not only that, what he did after he got the title, nobody really knows. He's just been sitting back, chilling. The WBA ain't really, been on record as forcing him. It's not anything on record as saying we forcing Rolly Romero to do this, that, and the other. Somewhat like Terrence Crawford. I always got to bring the IBF into it. This is 3 different sanctioning bodies that I just mentioned on this live that they both did some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy shit. The WBA was all about making Jamel Charlo get a note for his wrist. But Rolly picks up the belt, controversial. And they're not even trying to goddamn make him fight anybody real quick. You know, like they trying to. He ain't doing shit with the title. You know what I'm saying? I'm not defending Mel Charlo. I'm just talking about the sanctioning bodies in general. And then let's not get on the WBC. Come on, man. The WBC, man. You know, Charlo was out the ring for goddamn 6 years. We are not here to strip Jamal Charlo. We're going to help and guide him back to the square. So therefore, we're not going to strip. You know, they looked out for the brother. And I thought they did. I thought they did an amazing job, you know, to make up for the freedom belt that when both Charlo brothers fought during Juneteenth. And they had two black hands holding one another like we was trying to bring each other off that cliff. Like we was leaving slavery down below and we was rescuing one another. One of the most ugliest belts ever in boxing. He could have just goddamn made his own, you know, like the Mayan belt. He makes Canelo all these belts and they freaking heritage and, you know, country. They represent that shit. For the Charlos, he gave them a freedom belt that had two motherfucking black forearms on it, holding each other. That motherfucker made you start singing slave songs up in there. Yeah, for real. You start leaning side to side and shit. But on Juneteenth, you know, I mean, we can go on and on about these sanctioning bodies. Seriously. We can go on. None of them are uniform. They all operate off different structures. You know what I'm saying? Protocols, policies. No one hold them accountable. But for Rolly, he was able to go to the WBA after being knocked out by Tank and just bypass everybody in the ranking system. How? How is that possible? You was never the super WBA champion. You wasn't even a Reggie champion at 135. So you get up here and you get the big fights and you fire your coach? You fire your coach on the eve of going in there? That's not even one of the biggest fights of your career. Tank is the biggest fight of your career. You're going in there with the common opponent of Tank. You were better off getting in there with Ryan Garcia. But you've been out the ring for a while, you know what I'm saying? I guess you listen to certain people. They say, hey man, you've been out the ring for a minute. Get a little bitty Isak Cruz, man. Get him. And I think it's gonna be to his detriment. For real. I think it's gonna be to Rolly Romero's detriment. Fucking, you know, trying to cherry pick Isak Cruz, who's a shorter, and has a very good gas tank on him. But at the end of the day, man, Bullet is a strong brother. Real talk. He'll get over it. But for Ryan, I can't even tell you everything. Hold on for a second. I can't tell you everything that's on my mind about the guy because he's been handed so much, almost like a special needs, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he has the goofy part down to a T where people look after him more than they would do a average human being. For real. Like, they look out for Ryan more. They babysit him. They micromanage this nigga. I mean, not Ryan, Rolly. They babysit him. They do, man. They babysit him. Who do you know ever in boxing gets knocked out in a title fight, gets an automatic title shot at a higher division? Now, Sebastian Fundora, he was knocked out in his division. Okay? He was knocked out in his division, and he gets a title shot. But he's higher in the rankings. And the only reason that, you know, he's getting that shot because he was there for a while. So they feel some type of way. They say, okay, we kept feeding him and feeding him and feeding him. And he never got Charlo until Brian Mendoza knocked him out. So Brian Mendoza stepped in there with Tim Tszyu, and guess what? He get beat. So Fundora, his last fight, he was stopped, and he's going in there to fight for the title and not, you know what I'm saying? Look, not only that, it's that Mendoza was fighting the WBO champion at 154. Fundora is over there at the WBC. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's not like you can take two fighters who was defeated in their last fight and put them in the ring again. They could have very well put Mendoza over there. But anyway, back to the topic. I've never seen a fighter get knocked down in the division, go up a division, skip the rankings, climb to, he didn't even climb the ladder. He was airlifted and they dropped him off on the top tier. They say, just wait right here. We'll give you further instructions. He goes in there. He looks terrible. But don't sweat it. That's what I say. As long as you have the third man in the ring, as long as you have a commission, and as long as you have the judges, that is a trifecta right there that will always be influential in how the fight ends. However they want the story created, those individuals right there, the third man in the ring, the referee, the commission, and the judges, okay? Those three entities will always have a plan, especially when money's involved. Always have a plan. And you know what? The only people that's going to be disappointed is the consumers who's looking left or right. What? What? That's all you're going to do. You're going to be sounding like Lil Jon. What? That's all you're going to be saying. What? You know Tony Weeks, when he stopped that freaking Lawson fight with Virgil Ortiz, did you see Tony Weeks break expression? Come on, man. Tony Weeks has just robbed Barroso, who's the co-main event, right? He just robbed him, and he was the one that was refereeing the freaking main event. I wonder, did Team Barroso even cross Tony Weeks? They probably didn't say anything because Tony may referee one of his fights in the future. So you really don't want to be fucking with the referee. But at the end of the day, Tony Weeks didn't break no character. Just like he didn't break character when he awarded Rolly Romero that fight. The most gifted fighter ever, man. He's handed stuff, man. Man, I swear to God, I still don't wish that Rolly go in here and lose the title. I don't. I just don't have that mentality. I hope it'd be a good fight. But that's not near one of my favorite fighters, man. He can say some of the most dumbest shit, and everybody that's around him, that's Rolly. Yeah. I'm saying that's the dumbest shit ever, man. What's wrong with y'all? I swear, man, they treat Rolly like he's that freaking kid that was on the commercial back in the day. A penny a day will feed a kid, a family. Your donation is needed. Just a penny a day. And we can work Rolly to get his travel expenses paid so he can get back in the gym and start training. Even though he's 53 and a half years old now, we can do it. They'll do that for Rolly. Rolly have that goofy motherfucking cartoon look on his face, and he say some dumb shit, and people always laugh because they know he goofy. They know he goofy. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a part. You know how they have this clip online where you see some shit happen, and then the image of God appears, behind to check and see if you're laughing, to send you to hell. It's been some people on here where I laughed my ass off. I ain't gonna lie. I laughed my ass off when they was talking about Rolly. I mean, they was spot on too, but it was some insensitive shit. I ain't gonna lie. And I laughed because that shit was funny. And every time Rolly say some dumb shit, I'm thinking right now, you know what, Bullet? You did what you were supposed to do, brother. You got him where he needed to be. You know what I'm saying? You got Rolly where he needed to be. It's time to go. You got him a championship. You can say you're a championship trainer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've been here already. You've been on the road. You can say that. So if Rolly you got to understand what you was dealing with, Bullet, all this time. You know you was dealing with a character. You know you was dealing with someone who can be easily influenced. when you was there for him, when people was criticizing him about shit, you was taking up for him, man. You was taking up for him, dog. That's one thing. Your loyalty is not in question. Your respect is not in question. You know what I'm saying? You was taking up for him hard on the press conference. You was saying he's the best fighter when he was going in there with Tank. Man, you was showing your dedication and commitment as a trainer. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this boxing shit, man, you said it. You know what I'm saying? Fighters can want you one minute and they can discard you the next, man. And you've been with them and you want to keep on rocking out with them, especially as a champion coach. And they just sit up here and listen to other people. Hey, man, if you go over here, you'll be better, you'll be better off, Bullet, he's did all he can do for you. You know what I'm saying? You look bad in the Barroso fight. Maybe it was because you didn't come up with a solid game plan for Barroso. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need something different going in there. You say he hit harder than Tank. You're gonna need a different trainer. Bullet can't do it. They was probably feeding Rolly everything he wanted to hear. And Rolly left. So I understand why Bullet said he don't have no words for him. Because he know everything they've been through. He know what he did to get him up that ladder. You know what I'm saying? He said that Rolly is one of the most, his style is one of the most awkward. He accredited his style. Rolly does have a different style. But as far as him being one of the best boxers, I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that at all. Like, Rolly is good for TV if you have kids around the age of 6 to around 13 and a half, 3/4 years old. You know what I'm saying? If you have kids around that age group, Rolly is good for TV, man. You know what I'm saying? Rolly is good to have a boxing match in Chuck E. Cheese and goddamn one of his opponents be as goofy as he is. So don't feel bad, Bullet. You're dealing with Rolly, Bullet. What did you expect? He's easily influenced, big dog. You've been around the game. You're a solid soldier in this. You knew you was dealing with a fragile-minded individual. You know you was dealing with a stale Cheeto. That's what Rolly is. You know you was dealing with Mr. Goofball himself, man. Mr. Say anything and get a laugh and laugh at my own shit. See the people that, them content creators that's around him, because he's Cuban, he speaks Spanish, and, they show Rolly love. Rolly does have that friendly type of goofiness. Really, he don't act like an asshole, really. He don't. I've been around him. I'm criticizing him, but I have to keep it square. Rolly has one of those friendly personalities, man. If he don't have anything against you. If he find out it's something against you, he ain't gonna show you no love. He gonna be like, no, I ain't fucking with you. But he ain't gonna do it in a disrespectful way. He'll just look like he don't see you. He see you, but he'll act like he don't see you. But when you're talking about ridiculous, he can say some of the most ridiculous shit. And them content creators will laugh their ass off like it's a comedy show. And Rolly will laugh too, man. And somebody else ask him another goofy ass question. Hey, Rolly, man, hey, what do you think about this? For people with ashy elbows, do you think they should use lotion or Vaseline or chapstick, Rolly? Rolly will reply like, to be honest with you, I would just use water. With a high alkaline and pH balance. Rolly, you so funny. You so funny. I never thought about just using water to get the ash away and using alkaline. My hard-earned money, and using alkaline water to put on ashy elbows. I'm just saying, that's what I think. I'm a logical thinker. You know what I'm saying? All that freaking grease and shit, man. Your elbows sliding all over the place when you're on the computer and shit. I just want to use fresh, freaking alkaline, high alkaline, pH balanced water. I'm talking about around 9.6. That's Rolly. They'll bust out fucking laughing, dog. So Bullet, man, and don't be too, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel no type of way about it. You know you was dealing with hot butter, man. You know you was dealing with hot butter. And Rolly's tough in his own way. He did get up from Tank's shot. That was a hard ass shot. Rolly got up from. Listen, that's another thing. You know, I done heard on how many jokes on why Rolly got up. I heard one person say, "Hey, Rolly, you know, Rolly's psychological headquarters couldn't really process it that fast. He got hit with a shot from Tank. You know what I'm saying? They processed it just a little bit, but not all the way. So his brain really didn't know if he got hit, what he got hit with. So he was just a little bit buzzed here and there. It's going haywire in there. You see, like the natural person that would have got hit, they would have said, okay, you've been hit by Tank Davis with a left hand very hard. And they'll gauge the amount of pounds per pressure that happened when Tank hit you. And then they'll process that and calibrate it to how long you're going to stay knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So average person's just stay down there and the referee don't count it. Doctors got to come in. They got to help you on the stool. Rolly, his psychological headquarters never fully processed being hit by Tank. See, Rolly thought he got hit by a group of balloons or something. Maybe somebody let some colorful balloons and then they start to descend and one of them hit him in the head. You know, when Rolly was buzzed by Tank, he didn't see like the shit we would see. Rolly didn't see that. For real, Rolly saw a freaking bin, like a McDonald's play area with the balls in it. But Rolly's mindset was that when he was landing between the ropes, he was in a freaking bouncy ball area with marshmallows around him, different color marshmallows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Rolly's shit didn't goddamn process like us, eating Fruity Pebbles and freaking chicken McNuggets. He didn't process the shit like an average person. I'm not too mad, you know, at Rolly being there as long as he was and leaving, because he really don't know. If it wasn't anyone there to keep him grounded, like I always say, Rolly was gonna walk into traffic, and there's nothing you can do, man. Like I said before, Rolly is one of them guys that'll be with you, and he'll be one of the first to fight. You know, Rolly is that's who he is, man. He's different. He's different. His mind didn't process that knockdown that Tank gave him like a normal person. A normal person, they shit is saying, "Oh shit, I'm in here. This is where I'm fighting at right here. What round we in? Boom." Tank landed shot. I'm down. I'm on the ropes. Man, I feel embarrassed. I just can't get up. My mechanics aren't there. Oh, shit. Man, my head is spinning and all that. We processing the reality of it. Rolly's not the normal person. So, Bullet, just relax, man. You did what you could do. You facilitated his career all the way up to the point of departure there, Bullet. You cannot babysit somebody like Rolly, man. You can't do it. You can take a cigarette lighter, Bullet, and grab one of Rolly's fingers and hit that cigarette lighter and just let him feel the tip of it. Ow. He might say, ouch. You know what I'm saying? But Rolly could see you up there cooking over a gas stove. He know that you're cooking. He see the flames up there. He hear the grease popping. He knows that you cooking fried chicken, Bullet. Rolly will go up there and reach his hand in the grease because he wants some fried chicken. His brain is not processing that it's hot grease in that motherfucker. And he can get some thong. You know what I'm saying? He gets some thongs. Boom. Take that shit out. No, he reaches his hand down there. He can get any type of device to prevent him from sticking his freaking human hand in that bitch. He'll go and reach in there and freaking grab the chicken. And wonder why his shit fucked up. Rolly, why would you do that? You know you got a fight coming up in 2 weeks. See, I saw the plane when you did the cigarette lighter didn't hurt me too much. The cigarette lighter didn't hurt me too much. So I just figured that the flames on the stove and the cigarette lighter is the same temperature. I didn't know. So I reached in there and grabbed the chicken. I didn't know. I just wanted some chicken. I know your fried chicken is so good. Rolly don't know any better. Rolly stick his hand in hot grease, man. 2 weeks out from a fight, bro. That's why they have to continue to monitor Rolly. You know what I'm saying? They got to continue to monitor him, bro. I'm not going to lie. They got to continue to monitor him. They can't just let that man walk around in the house and he has that much time leading up to a fight. And you doing normal shit people do. Hey, Rolly, the fried chicken ain't for you, man. We got to keep you on a strict diet. The nutritionists come in here and they're going to cook your meal. All right? I'm going to go out. I got to get something out the car right quick. I'll be right back. He comes back and Rolly's in the middle of the floor screaming, ah, ah, call my papa, call my papa, call my papa. Ah. Rolly, what did you do? I reached my hand in there. I wanted some fried chicken. I'm hungry. I'm cutting weight. I'm hungry. I told you nutrition is coming by. I don't care. I wanted some chicken. What can I have some fried chicken? Goddamn, I want some fried chicken. Look, people think I'm going too far. I'm not. You know why? Because Rolly love calling people ugly. No, bro, don't come here thinking I'm picking at, people. No, Rolly loves calling people ugly, bro. Rolly's been on record calling people ugly all the time. Seriously, Rolly don't care, man. Rolly would say some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? He want to talk about his genitalia. He want to call people ugly and talk about how they look. He want to talk about how dumb people are. It's out there. No, don't feel no type of way because I'm on him. I just gave you the perfect scenario of what Rolly would do 2 weeks out from a fight. And nobody ain't sitting up here keeping an eye on his ass. He's going in there and sticking his hand in hot grease like he never knew that hot grease cooking fried chicken is hot as fuck and it will burn your ass. All Rolly did, his process was walking up. He saw the fire. I don't want to stick my hand in the fire. I'm going to reach my hand over the fire into the pan. He stick his hand into the pan and that grease get a hold of his ass. He's screaming because the skin coming off his fingers. You know who Rolly blamed? Bullet. Bullet, why you harm me? Bullet, come on, Papa, Bullet, harm me. Papa, Bullet, harm me. He had some fried chicken. He know I like fried chicken. He set me up, Papa. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Shout out to Smoke Session Sport Entertainment, man. Dan Tan on deck. Mike on deck. What's good, y'all? OG Mr. Golden on deck. Salute to you. I don't want to fried chicken. I never knew you had to put it in hot grease. I just thought the fire. I thought the fire was cooking the fried chicken. I didn't know there was any liquid in there. Bullet didn't tell me, Papa. He just say, I'm going down to my car. I'll be back, Papa. He told me not to get the chicken, but I was hungry. It's the time to have troubles with GD. Man, you better stop. You better stop right now, dog. Man, you better stop. For real, you better stop the mother effing madness, man. Rolly is the type to have trouble spelling GD, man. Stop the madness. What's going on, Andrew? Damn, dog. Man, that shit, man. Damn. That's hilarious, man. Damn. Hey, but I'm on board, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get in contact. You know, I tell people, I just been doing stuff, taking care of some stuff with moms and all that. That's why I haven't really been doing no interviews and shit. Mom is 80 years old, and, That's my priority for real. I get on here and kick with y'all, but it's easy. It's easy to do that off camera while you multitasking. You know what I'm saying? But for anybody who's offended by me making light of Rolando Romero, so be it. So be it. Because he's called people ugly. You know what? I don't think it's been more than once or twice in my life that I called somebody ugly off appearance. Especially dudes. I don't think I ever called a dude ugly. It was no reason for me to. You know what I'm saying? Just call somebody ugly. If it was a female, I said, nah, she ain't my type. She's unattractive, she ain't it. Something like that. But I really don't. When people use the word ugly, and you're talking about them not really processing what the mirror, what the mirror is giving them back. They're not downloading the data off the reflection in the mirror. That is a person that probably goes into there with the light off, or they go in there with the light on and they see themselves in the mirror and they start talking. You know what I'm saying? They start cracking jokes. You know how goofy shit go on when motherfuckers see another goofy nigga in the mirror? They both get goofy, man. They start doing some shit that'll go viral. If somebody was there recording a goofy motherfucker in the mirror, shit'll go viral, dog. Andrew said, do you think Esau Cruz will outslug Rolly? Or will he use a little more tact like he did in the tank fight? I'm rocking with him. That's my guy. I'm definitely rocking with Esau Cruz than Rolly. Definitely. But I look at Esau Cruz. He had to learn something from Javante. He had to learn something from Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He had to learn something from Giovanni. He didn't look all that great in Giovanni fight. But you want to know a secret there, Andrew? Rolly Romero is not Giovanni. You know what I'm saying? Rolando Romero isn't him. You know what I'm saying? Giovanni fights tall. He fights tall. He uses height. He did his research. Just like Joseph Parker did his research on Deontay Wilder. He did his research and he came in there with a solid plan. And I think I know he had an easier fight than Javante did with Esau Cruz. Giovanni had an easier fight. Rolando Romero. I thought I'd never say this when it came down to Ryan Garcia being able to change up his style, but he did. It wasn't because of Diddy James, it was because of Floyd Mayweather. Now that Rolly Romero is outside of the bullet tutelage, I'm curious to know if he can allow someone else to make adjustments to his style for Esau Cruz. Because one thing about Cruz, man, with fighters around his height, he's going to do very well. A fighter with subpar defense, a fighter with a mediocre boxing IQ, because I will tell you right now, I got Esau Cruz boxing IQ higher than Rolando's, Rolly's. I think he has a higher boxing IQ. The one bad thing that I think Esau Cruz, if he does get into a situation, is that he too have some of the same bad habits as Rolly Romero, not moving his freaking head and loading up on shots a lot. You know what I'm saying? But he's proven that he can load up on shots a lot. Him being Esau Cruz, and continue to push through all the way to the championship rounds. I mean, he has an incredible gas tank. Romero, I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can stand that pressure. But I do see a way that Rolly Romero can win this fight. Okay, y'all? I do see a way that Rolly can win this fight. If Tony Weeks is the referee, okay, for starters, if Tony Weeks is the referee, I can see a way Rolly can win this fight again. he can you know where I'm at with it. I don't see if Tony Weeks ain't in there or another referee that is known to stop fights prematurely or being the ones that receive the orders, like a Lawrence Cole, you know what I'm saying? Who's freaking vetted. You know, he have family lineage in that shit. You know, Jack Reese. It all depends, man. But I see Isaac Cruz winning this fight. I see him hitting Rolly with some incredible shit. And I'm gonna tell you, I believe he can absolutely stop Rolly. After what we were seeing in sparring with a guy who can't hit. Yeah, Dijon know who I am. I covered Dijon before he was even in the ring doing anything. He was there with his peoples, a friend of his or whatever, at the fight. You know, Dijon got mad that he heard something was coming or whatever. It wasn't me. It was people that was saying he ain't taking boxing serious. He's a pretty boy. That was way back when. That was on the regional circuit. Now he got his 5 minutes of fame with Rolando Romero. Let's see what he continues to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he continues to do. But when you have Dijon knocking you down and sparring, a guy that doesn't even have power like that, well, what is Isaac Cruz going to do? Because Isaac, if he miss you with one power shot, one overhand right, two overhand right, 3, 4, 5, he going to keep on throwing them until you land one. That dude has incredible freaking cardio to keep on missing power shots and keep on loading up and repeat. You know what I'm saying? He will continue to repeat. So I think he can truly disrespect Rolly's consciousness and stop him. Real talk. I do believe Isaac Cruz can get it done. And I like Isaac Cruz, man. He's a motherfucking warrior in that bitch. But he looked bad against Giovanni. But one thing about it, Giovanni and Rolly Romero are not the same fighter stylistically. Giovanni's boxing IQ is higher than Rolly's. Different style than Rolly's. Much more fundamentally placed. You know what I'm saying? So we might see another champion unless the ref steps in and save Rolly again. We might see the shit change hands, and that's it for Rolly. If they send him up to 147, you know, at a certain time, you know, he get this paycheck with Isaac Cruz, he may dip out again and wait for something to happen at 47. You might see him reappear at 47. You know what I'm saying? Streets on deck. What's good? Cruz went toe-to-toe with Tank. Tank never hurt him one time. Pretty much nobody gives him credit for that. These people give him credit. People always give Cruz credit for having ironclad defense. Tight. Compact. You know, very compact. Consistent. Round for round. Made sure that you know, he had that guard up. Made sure his eyes was focused, you know, on Tank's movement. Yeah, he get absolute credit for that shit. Absolutely, he does. And then the way he was trying to load up on Tank. You got to give Tank credit too, but you know what I'm saying? People do give Isaac Cruz credit. And, you know, he was kissing Gervonta ass enough. I thought he would have been the next fight for Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? They was showing the ultimate respect after that fight. They felt just because they said a star was born that night, Isaac Cruz really felt that that's all he needed. You see, Isaac Cruz wanted to get the type of VIP treatment like Rolly Romero. I mean, not Ryan Garcia. Isaac Cruz wanted to get that Ryan Garcia credit. See, Isaac Cruz wanted to go in there and get the stardom that a Ryan Garcia has, like combined with social media and what he was able to get fighting Gervonta Davis. You know, he would rather have been that guy. Ryan Garcia came in there with no title, and he got paid pretty damn good. So they wanted to take that momentum and go into the other fight and have no problem saying that they're the A side, because just what we did with Tank. But see, it didn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, he can have bragging rights because the numbers were what the numbers were. They was pretty high on the pay-per-view. Not many fighters can say that they can go in there and brag about that with no title. But I do believe Isak can stop Rolly Romero, because I think the Tank fight took some out of Rolly. It did. Rolly is still young, and he brags about, how quick that it took him to get become a champion. You know what I'm saying? He has some bragging rights, right? But after that, it's how long you can keep the title. And I don't know how much he's getting paid right now, but I just don't see him beating Isak Cruz. You know what I'm saying? And for what I heard about negotiation between him and Ryan, is that he was just trying to really get high dollar to make sure when he lose this title, which Ryan would have beat his ass, he can stay out of the sport for a little bit until, they can bring him back. Rolly in this bitch may potentially be a 3-division champion at the end of the day, because it's going to be a changing of the guard at 147 soon. You know what I'm saying? And Rolly, they like I said, they babysit the fuck out of him. They love him. They know he do goofy shit. And he don't know any better. Rolly gets the he don't know any better freaking pass. He don't know any better. He was sitting on your Lambo. He didn't know any better. He was tying his shoe on your Lambo. Oh, he didn't know any better. I apologize for that. I'll talk to Rolly about that. You know what I'm saying? He know good and well, he can't be putting his feet on somebody's Lambo and tying his shoes. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that. He put his gum on your windshield too. He said it was transparent. He didn't see anything. He just thought it was the ground. Man, come on. They give Rolly the pass, bro. Shout out to Jessica in the building. Salute to you, Queen. How you feeling? 635 say Rolly looked like a crash dummy once Tank KO'd him. He did, man, but you got to look at it like this too. You're right. He did get up and his shit was twitching like RoboCop when he was getting beat the fuck up. Rolly got up. Seriously. Rolly got up, bro. They didn't count Rolly out when he was on one knee. The shot Rolly had was harder, in my opinion, than what Ryan Garcia took. In my opinion. Tank cracked his ass when Rolly was coming in and Tank was sending that left out. You had a collision course. Whereas he hit Ryan Garcia in the rib cage, and Ryan, he couldn't make 10, but he can make 11. You know what I'm saying? He got up right when it was out and then walked back over to the corner. That's when everybody know the cameras are rolling. And I got respect for Goosen, for real. I got respect for him. Good dude. He said, did he hit you in the ribs that was already? Yeah, he did. Man, get out of here. You took the paycheck, dog. Let's not talk about ribs. He hit you in the rib cage and you didn't get off that one knee. Rolly, man, Rolly is looked as goofy as freaking a meme could ever look. That dude was looking straight up Martin, all in the ropes, goddamn playing with his lips. You saw that playing with his lips in the rope and shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, give me 2 packs of Twizzlers and a Chico stick. And give me 1 glizzy with extra relish. That dude was all in the ropes, goddamn, taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rolly was up there trying to tell them, make sure you CC, you copy me on that. At me on that. At me on that. I want to see it. Rolly was saying, at me on that. I want to see it. You just took a picture. I want to see it. Oh, my God. My head is spinning. Rolly got out in between the ropes, man, and sat on his ass. That motherfucking left leg was doing the electric, really. It was doing the electric twitch. You know what I'm saying? That shit was twitching. He got up. And the referee, said for him to goddamn go that way. And Rolly said, I just want to go home. You got to go that way, Rolly. I'm trying to keep you in the fight. I just want to go see my papa. Mama, papa. Aquí. Ven aquí, Mama, ven aquí. He hit me, mama. I'm telling you, man, Rolly was over there doing some shit. The referee had to wave it off. They said, no, we can't do that. We can't let him back out there. Ron never, not Cap Ron, never trust that kid. Yeah, Ron Lion Garcia is definitely Mr. Capion, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, for me, that's the only fighter I really ever did a slide on like that. You know, it's not like I can't do videos. I can do videos. I know how to do that shit. But Ryan is the only one that I ever served. You know what I'm saying? I served him up his own shit because he deserved it. So goofy. On there talking about make sure you bring a step ladder. And you ugly. And you short. I remember that shit. You know, them pretty boys love calling people ugly. You know what I'm saying? Them pretty boys love calling people ugly, man. This is the perfect example why I had to give them the love.
Tank, I'm going to say it in front of Mike and Jeremy. If you do not take this fight, your legacy is forever tainted. Nobody will ever remember your name. Nobody. The money's there. I know you love money, but money's there.
Damn.
If you don't take the fight next, your whole legacy forever is tainted if you don't take the next fight with me.
Oh, my God.
God damn. God damn, Tank. I ain't never heard no shit like this.
Ooh, he's capping. Capping. He's cap.
Man, do you see how goofy Ryan look? He's like a rich, spoiled little brat up there in the presence of a legend talking about somebody's career will forever be tainted if they don't fight him. First of all, you haven't earned any type of freaking legacy keys to try to lock up somebody else's future. Nobody gave you the keys to say, hey, if they fuck up, lock them down. Who told you that? He said Tank legacy forever. Man, get out of here, bro. You and Rolly really need to be friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do some goofy shit sometime. Seriously. Y'all really need to get back the way you used to be when freaking Ryan Garcia, y'all remember this? Ryan Garcia came in between Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. And what did he do? I bet $20,000 on my good friend Rolly. I bet $20,000. Yes, sir. Because I want to be seen. I want to be seen. And sure enough, he was seen. He bet 20 grand that Rolly Romero would beat Tank. Then turned back around and fought Tank. You know what I'm saying? Turned right back around and fought Tank and got stopped. Then in the post-press conference, he's up there looking goofier than Rolly ever could have. He's up there trying to be Tank's best friend when Rolly got the hell on. Rolly was back in the locker room looking at the floor, you know what I'm saying, picking the lint off that motherfucker, trying to count how many colors was actually in the goddamn print. You know, he's back there chilling with family. I would say that. All jokes aside, he was back there chilling with his family. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in the moment, he knew he had got stopped. You know? So, that's all I can say about that. Rolly is goofy. Shout out to Nelly Content, man. What's good with your brother? Pitbull be punching with his head down and shit. Yeah, man. Pitbull will tuck that chin. Real talk, like he's a ram, like he part ram. Pitbull like part ram. Fuck a Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? That dude act like he had Billy Goat. You know what I'm saying? Mountain ram. For real. You know how them motherfuckers just raise up and goddamn ram your ass? That's Pitbull when he throwing that overhand right. Tank still not fighting Devin and Shakur boxing. Look crazy. Well, I did hear, you know, a read. I didn't hear. I read that, you know, you can never trust all these day little flyers out here, but it was said that Tank allegedly accepted $40 million to fight Devin Haney in Riyadh. Allegedly. All right? Because I don't want people to sit up here and talk about fake news. Allegedly, I read that Tank accepted $40 million to fight Devin Haney in Riyadh. You know what I'm saying? That's good money. I ain't gonna lie, that's good money. $40 million based off what he got with Ryan Garcia, that's good money, dog. And no telling what else he get. You know, if he $40 million guaranteed, I don't know how the contractual shit work over there. I don't know. Rolly should have 3 losses on his record. Facts. Got to put that up for the replay game. Facts. He should have Jackson Mariñez, Javante Davis, and Ismael Barroso. Facts. The old man showed Rolly power in his last thing to go power. Yeah, the last thing to go is power. But, you know, the wild part about it is now he's saying that Barroso hit harder than Tank. You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show you that I think Rolly, his whole process, you know, when it comes to his neurological headquarters is fucked up from Tank fight. Because Tank hit him when he was coming in. And Tank was sending that left hand out. It was collision course. That shit rocked. I mean, that shit changed Rolly. He got fucked up, man. When you lean into the ropes like that, man, he was in a bad place. Seriously. Ryan wasn't in a bad place when he was stopped by Tank. He was still coherent. But Tank received a knockout, a KO. You know what I'm saying? Tank received a KO with Ryan Garcia. You know? But Rolly was a TKO, if I'm not mistaken. Because he actually stood up and the referee just deemed he couldn't continue. But if you don't make the count, it's deemed a KO. Doing the shit he's doing. Ryan looking like food out here. He needs to get out of boxing. Supposedly him and Devin is back in talks. And see, that just goes to show you that, you know, they always coming up and just puppetizing us, right? I read that he accepted $40 million for Devin in the fight in Riyadh. But then you hear from Eddie Hearns that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is back on in negotiations. What are you to believe? It's hard to even process this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like Eddie Hearn was out here telling people that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua were going to fight for undisputed. You know what I'm saying? When Deontay Wilder, the news was already out that they had a third fight contractually. So he was going through arbitration while Eddie Hearn was out here saying they're going to fight in August. August, yes, for undisputed. And it didn't happen because, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, yeah. And it didn't happen because, you know, Deontay Wilder won the arbitration, and we all know the trilogy happened. Ryan looking like Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. I grew up watching Pee Wee. You know what I'm saying? I used to think he was funny a little bit until I actually started to, you know, grow up a little bit. I knew something was strange about that dude, and come to find out, anyway. Ron the type of cat to say he bet on Rolly when he probably bet against Rolly in 4K. Yeah. I see where you at with it. You know, I see where you at with it. He did, but you know, he made a big spectacle, you know, doing that shit with Arrow. He got the energy and attention that he wanted. And then he was up there trying to argue with a dude that was saying shit to him, I'm going to take off on you. Man, come. Look, at that moment, check this out. When that shit happened with Errol Spence, with Ryan Garcia using that slang and shit, I knew right then that'll be the last time that he's up here dressed like a freaking bar mitzvah member. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bar mitzvahs just for him, period. From that, he started to freaking dress down. You know what I'm saying? He started to wear the crew neck sweaters. He didn't really dress up to the pressers no more. He went and got inked up real nice, and he started trying to cater to the culture. Yeah, when he did that shit with Errol Spence. And then he went up there and told him, I'm going to take off on your ass. That's probably what Tank them said when they had his feet dangling in the club. You know what I'm saying? When he went up there and tried to approach Tank before he fought him, I just thought we was cool. I thought we was cool. Would you snatch me? Yeah, like you was gonna take my chain, Tank. I thought we was friends. Go weight 135 or 140. Let me guess what you're talking about. If you're talking about where he's gonna fight Isaac Cruz, it's gonna be at 140. You know what I'm saying? If he fought Tank at 136, Isaac Cruz don't have that same freaking leverage. Okay, Tank is a champion at 135. Could he have fought at 140? Yeah, but why he's gonna cater to Ryan Garcia? He's a champion. But for Isaac Cruz, yes, he's a 135 ranked fighter. He's moving up to 140 to fight Ryan Garcia. I mean, not Rolly Romero, because Rolly is the champion up there. In order for it to be a championship fight, it has to be at the weight class. What point is it for Isaac to go up there and fight at a catch weight and no title on the line? Isaac is trying to become world champion, bro. They understand that this fight with freaking Rolando Romero is very, very good. It's about the easiest fight they're going to get a world championship. And when he beats Rolly, people are going to respect him. You know why? Because he got respect already. He got more respect than Rolly. People are going to respect him. When he take that belt, they're going to remember the day that a champion was born. No, a star was born. Tonight, a star was born. All that freaking adulations that they was giving him after the Tank decision loss, and talking about the star was born and all that, they're going to say the same thing. Jim Gray going, well, Isaac Cruz, is it now that you've been, redeemed and everything, and you consider your title to be a world champion? It's been a little short period, but you can now look at the Tank Davis fight in your rearview mirror, and you have now become the world champion. How does it feel? I mean, people are going to cheer him on, man, because they respect him. A lot of people don't respect Rolly. They put up with Rolly. They don't respect him like that. They put up with him because he's special. Now, all of that, Tank is the real hitter, even though I be going at dudes because of the decision he's making this dude as far as fighting the competition instead of what we would want. But all that aside, yeah, man, I don't like using the cliche terminology, no one's perfect and all that, especially when it comes to boxing. But, he has made some decisions, you know what I'm saying? But he is also a celebrity. More people know Tank than they know me. So if I did some shit Tank did, nobody give a damn. But Tank do it, yeah. Because when you up there knocking people out, putting them to sleep, but yet you going through all these other issues out in town, it goes along with the grind of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like turning the page, man. If boxing had a Bible, you would see shit play out like that with fighters. Like they'll have so many fighters in there that's gonna either, kill somebody, been a part of domestic violence, cheating, popping dirty, just going through some shit. Even before they even got in the ring. What they did prior to, what were they locked up for? What did so-and-so do again? Oh, wow. And they still let him box? Yes, because the sport is like that. Oh, Tank is a hitter. Yeah, Tank is a hitter, bro. If Tank, KO Devin, and Shakur, he can retire after those fights. Yeah, he can. He can. Real talk. He can. But that's a tough combination to talk about if, Tank does that. That's a tough combination because both of those guys, Devin and Shakur, they have high level fundamentals when it comes to boxing. If they want to make it a fight, where both of them engaging, cool. If they want to box and it be boring, both of them can do that. But I tell people all the time about Gervonta. Gervonta Davis hunts different than a lot of fighters. I don't know why people don't give Tank credit for being a boxer. I don't know why. Man, Tank is smart, dog. I seen Tank do some shit in the sparring that he had with Norman Jr. that I ain't seen him do in the ring yet. I mean, I haven't seen him do it in the ring yet. And a lot of people say that shit. It's a lot of people that have bragging rights with Tank and sparring. They do. But under the bright lights, it's a different story. That's the one that count. Sparring don't go on your box rec. Tank is different, man. But Devin and Shakur's came up, man. All these cats that came up. You know, Tank took the lead, but Shakur's came up. Devin has came up. I mean, you're talking about not just a single division champion, but a 2-division champion, multi-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? Multi-world champion. Like, they have all them belts. Them 3 right there. If the scenario played out the way, yeah, you talking about, hey, I'm done. I fought 2 names that you wanted me to fight, and the results was a win for me. He don't have to fight nobody else. Who is he gonna fight? These 2 got a big name than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was to go to welterweight, like they building their name now. And you can't forget Teofimo Lopez too. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shout out to them, bro. I mean to say, as far as him fighting crappy competition and not the tough competition, we really won't. I see where you're coming from at. I mean, I see where you at with it, but look at it this way. There's a lot of fighters out here that's very notable to the ranking systems. But when it comes to selling tickets, they ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some fighters that people respect as fighters. It's not as good as the one that has the freaking tag on them of popularity. You know what I'm saying? Some of them is less popular, but people like their fighting style. They feel that it'll match up good with, you know, somebody like Tank or something like that. And they get the fight. And people say, that's not the fight we wanted. We want him to fight this guy. But if Tank can go in there and make money is longer than belts will ever stretch. Those belts will not stretch. You can't take them to the bank and say, I want to cash in my belt. It can't happen. If Tank is able to basically maneuver himself through making revenue without fighting the top competition, millions, we're talking about millions now, that's genius. That's genius. Because if you listen to some of the rich people in the world, they say the poor people, they work to make money. They work for money. They work for a paycheck. The rich people let the money work for them. The reason why they're able to let the money reach for them, they've been able to get people to teach them how to make money work for them. The poor people, they always trying to work to make money all the time. And then they get it and they don't do anything with it. They don't invest anything on it so the money can work for them. You know what I'm saying? The whole process is to get the money to work for you. When you sleeping, the money is working for you. Whatever assets you got, whatever the case may be, the money is working for you. So I don't have no problem with Tank sitting up here making the money. If he's able to do it without fighting the Devin Haney's and Shakur Stevenson, you think somebody like Tank is really gonna be worried about what people gonna be saying when he leaves the sport? No, he's gonna be looking at his bank account and what other investments. You know, he bought that property over there that they burned down. Hey, the man got money, bro. It'll stretch farther than any of them belts he got. That's facts on that. He got to want it though, bro. Just saying, that's all. Yeah, he got to want it. You just never know with all the fake news. I thought Lubin versus 10 was in negotiation. Then the key fight came out of nowhere. True. You know, and even Lubin had put it out there like, well, hold up. I thought I was next. And it's good you brought that up, Jessica, because we just ran into a situation where Ryan Garcia came out and said, oh, I thought, you know, I was locked in for Rolly, but I guess not. I was lied to. That's the same shit. You know that I be talking about puppetizing the media. This shit is getting out of hand, bro. All the fake news is coming out. It's getting out of hand. People just coming out, just putting shit out there. And we're talking about the head, the top tier, you know what I'm saying, media outlets that release these news. They sitting up here talking this shit. We think Lubin's fighting Zoo. and then Zoo fighting Crawford, and then turns around Zoo fighting somebody totally different. They made it seem like Zoo and Crawford were gonna be damn near next, but Zoo's fighting somebody else, bro. I mean, goddamn, this shit is out of control, man. This shit is out of control, for real. We thought Rolly, whoever he was fighting, and then, once again Ryan Garcia goes through the gauntlet. He pulls out with Devin Haney and says, I want to fight Rolly Romero next. I hope my team supports me on this. And then he's not fighting. It comes out that he may be fighting Jose Valenzuela. And then find out that's not true. And now Eddie announces that Ryan Garcia and freaking Devin. Man, come on, bro. Who wants to put up with this shit? I'm the type of person, as far as Tank, that don't really believe in him yet until he starts fighting tougher competition. I'm believing when he get paid for them checks, that's belief. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, Nelly. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. Believing in him until he steps up and fight tougher competition. I get it. But for him, you might get, you ain't making the money I'm making. You worried about who I'm fighting. I'm worried about the check. If I'm getting a check and it's 30 million plus, and you up here talking about who I'm fighting, who looks some type of way, he'll say, no, you looking some type of way because I'm doing the count balance right now. My shit's straight. I didn't have to fight the people you talking about to make that 30 plus million. But Tank is a special. But Tank Davis is a special type of boxer to me. At the end of the day, also, I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. I'm straight, man. I mean, it's raining, bad weather. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? How about yourself, man? How's the weekend and shit? What it's looking like? It seems like it's goddamn raining everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Seems like it's raining everywhere. Whenever we have a long period of rain, then a virus come out this mug. They trying to say we got some freaking another virus and shit. I was asking about Tank versus Devin for 40 million. Or did I hear that wrong? Yeah. So, of course, Devin is not fighting in the 135. All right? So, thanks for clarifying that. So it'll be Tank, they have to fight if it's a title fight. Now, once again, shit be changing all over the place. If they're going to fight over in Riyadh, I'm pretty sure it's going to be for a title fight. You know what I'm saying? It has to be at the weight in order for it to be sanctioned by the sanctioning body. So I would guess if Tank was going to fight Devin Haney, it would be at 140, because Haney, I can be honest with you, they're not doing that Ryan Garcia 136 shit, and putting a rehydration. It might be a rehydration clause in there, but it's definitely not going to be 136 to 146. Tank gonna have to fight Devin at 140, and it's gonna have to be a title fight, WBC all in that. And that's the way it's going to be. It's nowhere in hell. It might be a rehydration clause. You can't rehydrate, 10 pounds or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's what I was getting at. Salute Tank going to have that high guard up and punch Devin to the rafters. We'll see. I mean, y'all underestimate Devin, man. Devin is, he can box at the end of the day. I thought Lomachenko beat him, but he can box. We have to see what the game plan is. Shakur was very hesitant about engaging Edwin De Los Santos. Very hesitant, bro. It could be a fight where the first 6 rounds, you barely get any activity, man. It might be that way. It's possible. No, but retro game, this is facts though, bro. if he can get Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson out the way, he can retire. Yeah, no doubt. I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Hondo facts. I totally agree with that. But that is a lot of business in that. That's a lot of business in that. I'm going to tell you why. Because, okay, Shakur Stevens is a 3-weight world champion right now. But the way he looked when he picked up that third belt, people are saying to themselves, okay, this is a common occurrence with Shakur Stevenson. He fought this way against Nakatili, I believe. You know what I'm saying? He was very apprehensive. And then, you know, he fought that way, of course, against Edwin De Los Santos. He didn't really fight that way against Oscar Valdez, nor Jamel Herring. So he has a little point in there when he gets some fighters that got a decent power, he's very apprehensive. So that's why people are not really calling Shakur name like they call him Devin. Devin, you know, picked up the titles with the Aussie double, then defending them against freaking Lomachenko. Regardless of who you thought won, he went in there and defended his titles a second time. He defended his titles, which is something T.O. wasn't able to do at 135. Then came over here and was in a lethargic fight with freaking Regis Prograis, man. But he's legit 2-time world champion, undisputed 135. So he definitely has more value right now, in my opinion, than Shakur Stevenson when it comes to a Tank Davis fight. He has way more value to me. Like Tank versus Devin, it's a reason why the Sheiks want Tank versus Devin rather than Tank versus freaking Shakur Stevenson or Devin versus Shakur, based off, you know, him being a snoozer sometime. Hey, you can call it boxing. It is boxing. You know, it is boxing, but come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, he about getting that paper, that Nelly, for real. He about getting that paper. The paper is what is going to pay bills and allow you to purchase assets and let those assets make you money. That's what's going to be the best. Seriously. And he also deserves that success he has, thank God. One thing what I can say about Tank is, you want to talk about any fighter who got it from the mud, Tank got that shit from the motherfucking concrete, dog. Like, it could have been a whole different journey for him. I know people done heard the story all over again, but what he went through, where he at right now, man, he's a superstar. So if he's able to go up here and not face the top names, and he's a 3-weight world champion, and he's making millions on pay-per-view, he's smart. He's smart. Very, very smart, because a rich person, like these rich dudes as billionaires, they'll tell you straight up, fuck that title. That title is not going to make me money. That title, if I retire with all those titles, the sanctioning body is not going to pay me a stipend for the rest of my life, all because I won those titles in 8 different divisions. You get nothing for the titles. Manny Pacquiao gets nothing for the titles. Amanda Serrano, a 7-weight world champion, get nothing for the titles when she retires. They don't give her a stipend for the rest of her life. They don't give her shit. So for boxers, you have to put it into play. They have to make the most money possible, because they don't have no health care for the rest of their life off boxing. No retirement stipend. None of that shit, bro. So why wouldn't Tank go the route he's doing and making that money? It's not even common sense, man. It's business sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense when it comes to business. But I really hope Ala Sheik makes that fight. You know what I'm saying? If it's indeed true, we'll see in the upcoming weeks if it's indeed true, man. You know what I'm saying? We will see if it's indeed true that they make this fight with Devin Haney, Tank. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That would be incredible. People will pay attention to that fight. 12 rounds. See, that's much better interest to me rather than what's going on with the Tim Tszyu fight. I really don't even want to talk about it, man. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want to even talk about Tim Tszyu, and he's not even a bad guy. You know, because Jamel Charlo was trying to talk so much shit to Tim Tszyu when allegedly they was going to fight, and then he pulls out. Tim Tszyu is fighting Keith Thurman, who's been out, but it's for a non-title fight. But yet it's 12 rounds. It's crazy. Like, what is boxing got going on? The system of boxing. Nobody's on the same sheet of music. No uniformity, no union, no president, no governing body. You know what I'm saying? How does that all work again? Like, real talk. How does it work, y'all? How can you say that the WBO is not going to sanction Thurman due to his hiatus, but they can do it for Manny Pacquiao coming back to fight Yordenis Ugas? How? That's a former unified welterweight world champion. He comes off a hiatus, and supposedly the WBO don't want to sanction the fight because he's been out the ring. This is not Francis Ngannou. I can see Francis Ngannou fighting Tyson Fury and the shit not sanctioned, because this is his first boxing match with the current reigning WBC champion, dog. How can you take a boxer and don't give him any credit for time served, nigga? What the fuck are you talking about? You want to get a 12-round non-title fight? How does that work? And then, Keith Thurman came out there and he started talking about, yeah, I'm back. One time back fighting Tim. Man, you sound goofy. Yeah, come on, man. You got to get your swagger back. For real, you don't have much time, bro. You don't have much time. I don't know when you found out about this fight, but you don't have much time, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit is give you a little bit of over 8 weeks. No, a little less than 8 weeks. I don't know when he found out about the fight. But Tim Tszyu is going to be ready because he's been active. He's coming off that Mendoza win. I mean, this is one of the worst cards that ever could come out to punch start a year in 2024 with a new network. I don't want to go on any type of critical shit with them, but let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. I mean, we're not just average boxing fans. The expectation, it's almost like you say, okay, you put no expectation, you don't get disappointed. You put all that expectation into this first card being put out there. They use Tank name over and over and over again, and he's not even fighting on the card, man. He's not even fighting on the card. Kept on saying, when is the fight card coming out? When is the schedule coming out? When is the schedule coming out? And then they finally come out with the schedule. Rolly and Isaac Cruz on the co-main. Tszyu in a non-title fight against Keith Thurman, but yet it's 12 rounds and not 10. How can boxing be so disorientated? You just had a heavyweight fight in Riyadh that was non-title and it went 10 rounds. It was for 10 rounds. But yet over here in the U.S., you going 12 rounds for a supposedly non-title fight? Why? That's pointless. That fight ain't going no fucking 12 rounds. It ain't no way in hell, man. I see Keith Thurman taking a TKO loss. I see him taking a knee like Jamel Charlo. Now, just when I say the shit ain't going 12 rounds, I thought for sure Canelo and Jamel Charlo would not go 12 rounds. I thought for sure Bivol and Arthur would not go 12 rounds, and it did. So for the Bednards, I don't know what the fuck to think. Because there's no way you're going to get somebody coming off 2 years and then go in there and go 12 rounds with Tim Tszyu, a pressure fighter. I don't see it, bro. If he go in there in the first 2-3 rounds, he end up doing some goofy shit, and he ain't really trying to lay in the Thurman, they trying to do all that feint, and no. You got to be careful the signs that these freaking matchmakers put up. They going 12 rounds. Why? If it's not a title fight, so why? So people can say the fight ain't going 12? You know what I'm saying? But yet it end up going 12 so they can get some more money out of Keith. I tell y'all all the time, if a fighter goes the distance, like I said with Isaac Cruz, Just because he went the distance, he got praised for that shit. Jermell Charlo, he's a unified super welterweight champion. It's better for Canelo to go the distance. What happened? Canelo went the distance with him. Canelo was up there loading up on shit, looking like a freaking amateur in some of his exchange, knowing damn well Charlo can slip underneath it. He up there acting like, oh, there you go, Charlo. I didn't know you slipped that. Man, I never saw you do that and fight that way against Gennady Golovkin. Never. This shit is wild. This motherfucker is all a goddamn a charade, man. It's a talent show. Real talk. This boxing is turned into a talent show, bro. Because what you think is gonna happen ain't happening no more. And the reason why, they're trying to reserve some of these fighters to get another paycheck out of them. And it's difficult to get a paycheck out of these fighters if they get knocked the F out. Like Keith Thurman. They want to get another check, so this might go the distance. Jermell Charlo was unified at the time. He went the distance. But puzzling to us, he's coming off 2 more titles. The IBF he vacated, and then WBC, he's supposed to be in recess, but that's a vacation too, because it's not promised that he'll go back and fight the winner, which they guess is going to be Sebastian Fundora. It's not guaranteed that he's going to come back and fight Fundora, bro. Because Charlo has shown that he has feathers. He was telling Terrence Crawford to go talk, fight that tall, lanky motherfucker. But yeah, he was up here bitching and complaining about how the WBO, they don't like him. Well, imagine what it's going to be with the WBC, man. So, Sebastian Fundora win, and you on record is telling Crawford to go fight that tall, lanky motherfucker. What if that tall, lanky motherfucker want to fight you? You got to go in there and do the same thing that Mendoza did. You got to do the same thing he did. So if you're going to keep the WBA and you go in there and fight Fundora, you better go in there with a solid game plan. Look, man, I don't give a fuck about talking no Jermell Charlo. Fuck him, man. I do not like Jermell Charlo at all, bro. That dude has 1 belt remaining, and he's supposed to be the champion in recess. Let's see if he fights Fundora. Let's see if he's the one. He told Crawford, go fight the tall, lanky motherfucker. I'm done. I don't want to hear ish until Al Haymon PBC speaks to the people in person. F all that Wizard of Oz ish. I'm going anything unless he relay the information in person. Well, I don't know how long you want to wait. I don't know how long you want to wait, Conquest. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might be waiting a long time, man. Because for him to come out in public, I don't know if we actually going to be able to witness that during our active life. You know what I'm saying? And plus, they got clones out here now. You might see a sighting, but, as you get closer, it may not be him. Or is it? I don't know, man. But that would do so much for PBC for him to show up at a press conference. You know what I'm saying, bro? Do you know how much that'll do for PBC? For him to show up and talk to the people, man. Even though PBC is not a promotion. It would be so much for him to show up and so people can hear him, see him, connect the face to the name. It'll be motherfuckers in the goddamn chairs in awe. Like, oh my God, this is gonna go viral. But I don't think it's ever gonna happen, bro. Real talk, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. That would do so much for the PBC. Appreciate it, man. Texas South in the building. Shout out to that Texas boxing over there, man. I'm trying to sound like Bun B. I like Bun B, man. Pocket full of stone, UGK. Nothing but facts being spoken in here tonight. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for everybody that showed up. But I can't believe, I can't believe what we got going on for the top half of 2024. I'm kind of looking at the forecast past that now. Like y'all know, we got Teofimo Lopez coming up with Jermaine Ortiz. You know, he's putting some shit out. I mean, he ripped up the freaking poster. You know what I'm saying? I done seen that before. You need a little bit more, right? You know, showing his abs and all that. Okay, cool. You need a little bit more trash talking. T.O. is T.O., man. T.O. know how to trash talk. You know, but he got Jermaine Ortiz. That's a tough fight coming up. Let's see how he looks. And then, of course, you know, you also have Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk. This is the heavyweight undisputed, and not too many people are really talking about it consistently. You know who they are talking about? They're talking about Tank. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about Tank. So if Tank name is still in the thumbnails, and this man has been out the sport for a while, no one knows who he's going to fight. Shit, he got some star power, dog. He got some star power. Everybody want to know. They keep on talking about Tank Devin, Tank Devin, Tank Devin, Devin Tank. That's the way these other fighters want to be in the conversation, like Shakur Stevenson. Teofimo Lopez is good. Teofimo Lopez is good. He getting sponsorships. He's doing his thing. He knows how to get people talking. Just like he was mentioning Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to get people to tune in. Subriel Matias, where is he at? Don't nobody know about Matias except when he getting ready for a fight. He's a very good fighter, but he ain't fought no competition that people want to see yet. You know what I'm saying? He can fight now. But everybody's talking about Tank Devin. Tank Devin. That's the fight they want to see. Or Teofimo Lopez whenever he get in the mix. He keep acting like he going to call Crawford out after Jermaine Ortiz fight. Or whatever. But at the end of the day, them sheiks are trying to get Tank Devin. That's my hour and a half, man. It's been cool, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. We should definitely do it again. I just don't like getting on here talking about what everybody else talking about. You know what I'm saying? But let it be known. I'm coming back with another one. Don't worry about it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Believe that. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Boots Ennis, Terrence Crawford. I know people talking about it over and over again. We're going to get to the bottom of it, y'all. Look, people, there's some people that's actually seeing, they understanding where I'm at with it. And then some other people just want to do this popularity shit when it comes to Boots. No, we're going to help. It's up to me to help people understand by using my voice that we should not be the ones that's playing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You want people to believe your credibility as boxing fans that you're not casuals. But we all know what happened to the Spence and Crawford lead up. You know that you say he wasn't this, he wasn't that. He fought nobody. Who is he fought? Right? But yet you think we're going to go mute when it comes to Ennis' resume? We're not doing that. So I'm definitely coming back with a part 3. I definitely would like to speak to Greg Hackett over there. You know what I'm saying? Not on some debate shit or nothing. I mean, I followed Greg Hackett way back when he was on Facebook chilling, you know, over there with IOTBA way back when. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing with Greg. I'm just saying I'm questioning. I want to have a conversation, a dialogue about his thought process in his fighter. Because we're not going to just overlook everything. I just think it'll be a good conversation. You know, it'll be a good conversation to the point where it's not like I'm lying. I'm not lying on Boots. I'm just saying people are just saying, okay, he's a low key. He has a good personality. But you got to understand, Boots said he was looking for Crawford since 2018. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. I need some questions answered. Yeah, good night, man. Yeah, everybody showed up, man. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. I appreciate y'all, man. Texas said people want to watch the witness shit talk, but want to do none of it. 26 people in here. there watching get active when y'all pull up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, talk to him. Show him what text is about. Shit. You know, hit the like button. Let me see how many likes I got over here. Because people be tripping. You know what I'm saying? People be tripping, man. How many people actually show love? 23, man. We had more than that in the building. Man, y'all got to hit that like button. Y'all was just in here just listening. Obviously, it was something that I was saying that y'all was curious to listen to. Y'all didn't hit the like button. Shout out to Shot News, man. The Sauce Experience, man. Shout out to my guy. Keep on doing your thing over there. Team Tucker Official. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Real talk. But we should do it again, man. Like I said, appreciate y'all for pulling up. One love. I'm out. Peace.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Hey, what you got to say there, champ? Yeah, man. What's up, Black? It's your turn. What you got to say? What you got to say? To this day! To this day! To this day!